Hello and welcome. It has been quite a while since I've uploaded a voiceover video, but yeah, here we are. Originally, this house was supposed to be for a single sim, and I was going to make the second bedroom a game room, but as I started placing landscaping outside, I realized this is the perfect house for a single mom and her child. I do end up moving this lot only because I really wanted there to be a backyard, and this lot is so small. I didn't expect this house to be as big as what it was either. I wanted it to be much smaller, but with the floor plan and in my head, I already had things I wanted to put in the house, so I didn't want to shrink the house any smaller than what it was. I do wish I would have made the master bedroom a little bit smaller because it was kind of hard to decorate with how big I made it. But I did realize as I was building this house that I didn't put a lot of skill building or activities inside of it for an adult. I was so focused on the child that I forgot that the mom probably gets bored sometimes. So right now I'm going through the windows and the doors, and I was trying so hard to stay away from the new base game door that we have, but then I couldn't help myself and I used it, and I've been using it on every build that I've built. It's just so versatile. It works everywhere, and same with the windows. I can't tell you how many times I have gone through the build by catalog trying to find just normal plain windows, and we finally have them. I'm so happy. I know I'm going to probably overuse them, and that's okay. That's okay. Right now I am trying to figure out how to decorate the front. In my head, this is still a single sim household with a game room, and once I put down, I think, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like vines with flowers on it. I kind of wanted to make it not like super run down, but definitely a loved lived in home, and yeah, that's what I ended up going for. The inside is clean. There's not too much clutter. Um, I imagine that this sim probably has a lot of hand-me-downs, probably shops at Goodwill. There's a lot of kid stuff in the house and laying around because I imagine that this sim loves her child so much she forgets to put activities for herself in this house. Right now I'm moving it because I wanted to start with the porch, the back porch and stuff, and I didn't want to have to move all of that as I was doing it. So I'm just preparing myself for the backyard. Normally I struggle with landscaping. It's not my most favorite. It used to be. It's not anymore. I don't really care for landscaping at all, but I tried my best here. I didn't want there to be too much landscaping because, well, I didn't feel like placing it down, but also I imagine that this mom probably has a job and she is either working or taking care of her kids, so I have done builds where the landscaping is like a lot, but I wanted to keep it minimal here. In my head, these are the flowers that grow back every year and you don't have to take care of them. And if you see that I keep going into the little library tab to see the picture of the house, it's because I wanted it to be kind of centered. The lot placements versus the little picture that it automatically generates up there is so bad. Sometimes I will get done building a house, a bunch of landscaping, trees everywhere, and then you can't even see the front of the house. It'll be like off to the side. So I've been making it a point to continuously check what that picture looks like, so when you're in the gallery you can actually see the house. I fought with these trash cans for so long. I couldn't figure out where I wanted them, but I knew that I wanted them to be kind of tucked away behind a little fence. I think I ended up covering the trash cans with a tree so you can't really see them, but they are there. I think I leave them in that spot. And I was gonna go into debug and add a debug car, but the debug build by section overwhelms me so much. I would rather not pull that up if I can help it. I think I put down a couple bikes, and I imagine that this sim either gets an Uber, a taxi, or rides her bike wherever she needs to go. I don't imagine that they have a lot of money. She is a single mom who puts her child before herself, so she's working on getting a car though. She's working really hard. At this point, I was trying to work up the courage to finish the rest of the outside before moving inside. I really wanted to decorate the inside of the house, but I also didn't want to leave it for last. Sometimes I do that, but then I get lazy on the outside, and I wanted the outside to still match the front, one, and two, I was enjoying giving it the lived in loved look. So I'm working up the courage to actually do a little bit of landscaping and placing things outside. I also have a tendency to make all of my yards look the same, and I've been trying really hard not to do that. I did kind of do that with the rental lots that I did in Sulani, but my plan is to make that neighborhood in Sulani. I'm not good with the neighborhood, so I can't tell you which neighborhood, but I'm trying to make that part of Sulani a bunch of rental lots for vacations, because that's the only time I ever go there. I never live in Sulani, but I do like going there for vacations. And I do actually play in some of these houses. I play The Sims quite often. I don't just build, so I do try to make the houses that I build functional. I don't put a bunch of clutter on countertops, because I know that The Sims is kind of iffy with the placement of clutter. Sometimes I'll put clutter in a spot where I think it's okay, and then I'll go to use the counter and it's not even usable. So I usually do try to keep the kitchen pretty bare, and sometimes one countertop won't work and another one will, so max 2 countertops bare, but usually just one. Some of the furniture that I'm placing down I haven't used in a long time. Like that fire pit, I've been using the Rivera Retreat one all the time. It is so nice, so sleek, so pretty. But because this sim loves her son so much, she wanted to get the cute one. I think I placed more bubbles inside the house. I feel like bubbles are fun. Every kid loves bubbles, so I try to put those down for your sim to play with. And now I get to go inside and start decorating, but I I didn't know where I wanted to start. With lights, that's where I started. I always forget to put lights inside of my houses whenever I'm building them. And I'll get like halfway through decorating one room, and then I realize it's dark and I can't see what I'm doing. I was gonna make this look like a kid's bathroom, and then I was like, you know what? This mom loves her child, but she loves herself too. So I did make the bathroom more of a normal bathroom with some children details. Like I think the towels, the nightlight. I don't think I put any toys in here. I've been really enjoying building and decorating bathrooms lately. I have no idea why. That used to be my least favorite. But yeah, I just want to decorate all of the bathrooms. They're just so fun to decorate now. A few months ago I hated it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun decorating this one. My bathroom in my vacation rental lot that I did a couple days ago, that bathroom is so beautiful. I was very proud of it. I still am proud of it. I have been thinking about getting the tool mod to do some of these builds, only because there's like those towels I wanted to put on the bathtub and I couldn't get them to do what I wanted to do, but I knew if I had the tool mod I'd be able to do it. I did have it at one point, but it confused me, so I deleted it. And I also hate how mods break your game. I stopped using mods once I started accumulating a bunch of packs. I do have all of the expansion packs, most of the game packs. I want to say like 25% of the stuff in kits, but that's because I used to play with CC, so I couldn't justify spending money on something that I could get for free. But I'm slowly buying everything over time. I'm tired of my build buy catalog being full of stuff. I say I'm tired like I've recently used CC. I have not used CC furniture in a couple of years actually. But yeah, the build buy got way too overwhelming with all the CC furniture in it, so I took all that stuff out. The only CC that I do use is like hair and shoes and a few clothing items. I don't have a lot of CC in my cast menu, like at all. I do use MCC Command Center. I use, what else? The more columns mod in CAS. I think those are the only two that I have. I'm using the new countertops that we got with the base game update. They're so cute. Whenever I was building, I wasn't going to use them, and then I was like, no, she's working on this house. She's definitely renovated the kitchen a little bit. So she has updated countertops. I wanted to keep the kitchen clean. Minimal stuff on the counters. Like I said earlier, I play in these houses too, and I didn't want there to be any problems with placements of stuff, so I try to keep it as minimal as possible. I do try to put up a bunch of decorations like the kid made them. I normally don't do that because whenever I'm playing, I like for my kids to actually make those things, and then I'll put them up on the wall, and then I like to stick everything in like one of the little keepsake boxes. I seriously struggled with wallpaper in this house. I keep using the plain wallpaper from Lovestruck. That has become my go-to wallpaper with almost every build. I kind of wanted to incorporate the new tile too, but I didn't like the way that it looked in this house. It looked too modern, too fancy, too expensive. I don't think it is expensive though. I don't know. I can't remember. I hardly pay attention to the pricing in this game. I just know that I don't cheat ever. So if I can afford it, I can afford it. If I can't, I just wait until the next day when they get paid. I do like sticking the no shoe sign behind furniture whenever I build houses, because how many people actually wear their shoes inside their house? Not a lot. I don't. So I try to stick that somewhere random, hidden. That way your sim is taking off their shoes when they come inside. Also, shout out to the Sims team for giving us what we want recently. I feel like with the past couple of expansion packs, the past couple of kits, by couple I mean like past like 3-4 expansion packs, maybe like the past 10 kits, I don't know. We've gotten so many kits recently, I can't keep up, but they've been giving us what we want. The textures on things are so nice. The clutter objects themselves are super cute. The events that we have had are awesome. I have just been super happy with everything that The Sims has been doing recently. When I was trying to figure out the layout of the living room, I don't like whenever the front door is in the living room. That just seems so unsanitary to me. I don't know. I feel like the front door belongs somewhere other than the living room. But yeah, I had to put it there with the way that I built this house, which isn't too terrible, I guess, but it does end up looking cute. I didn't put a bunch of stuff on the wall because I imagined that entire wall is going to be filled with pictures of whatever Sims are living in this house. I normally take a billion pictures with my Sims whenever I'm playing, and I always have like a plain wall that I put like their baby pictures on, toddler, child, teen, adult, elder. Like I'm constantly taking pictures and I need somewhere for them to go. So that's really what that wall is for. That's why it's like super plain. And then the kitchen, I so badly wanted to have a bigger table, but I ended up putting a little tiny square table, moved it over a little bit. There's just not enough space, walk area, where the table and the counter meet, so hopefully the little child Sim that lives here doesn't have too many friends visiting. And then again, I unlocked the picture frames from the Growing Together expansion pack and put them above the little table in the entryway, just so that whoever plays in this house hopefully understands the concept of the plain wall. I put in the treadmill for the mom Sim. I said previously that I forgot to put activities in here for her, so she likes working out now because I wanted to fill that space and I didn't know what to put there, so I gave her a treadmill. She likes to work out. I did have fun building this child's room. I didn't want it to be too messy, so I only put a little bit of stuff on the floor. The rest of the room is clean. I know when I was a kid and my mom would tell me to clean my bed, I kind of shoved it under the bed. So that's kind of what's going on in here. I also have never put blinds behind curtains before. The rental, what is it called? Sims 4 for rent, that one, that pack, those curtains fit really well right there. I always find that the blinds like go through the curtains, so you can never use both. There are so many things on this lot for the child to up their skills with, and only a treadmill for the mom. I didn't do that intentionally. I was just so focused on decorating the house and going with the storyline that I was coming up with in my head. I also don't think I've mentioned yet that a dog lives here. This family does own a dog. And with the storyline that I came up with is that the son really, really wanted a dog, but because he is a child, he wanted it because it was cute, and the mom ended up falling in love with this dog, and now it's hers. So there's a dog bed and dog toys in the mom's room, and I was going to put the dog bed originally in the child's room, but there wasn't really enough space for one, and that's whenever I came up with the storyline that's now the mom's dog. So yeah, it's, I guess the stuff that I put in here is for a small dog, but I could just switch it out for a bigger bed. I also put down 2 dog bowls by the back door, and I forgot to take away the dog bowl by the trash can. So that is something that you would have to do. If you do download it from the gallery, I guess you could just pick which bowls you want more. But I do have 2 dogs, so maybe you have 2 dogs in this house. I don't know. Or a cat. You could easily fit a cat in this house, actually. I think there's plenty of space in the bathroom for a litter box, or you could put it in the hallway, and use one of the bowls for the cats. I don't know. I don't think we have water in here. I don't play with pets very often. I did when I first got the pack, but usually I just plop down a sim cat if I do play with a pet and call it a day, which is weird because I am not a cat person at all. I have 2 dogs. I'm a dog person, 100%. Don't like to own cats. There is a little bit of clipping with the curtains in the master bedroom. I decided to ignore it and pretend it wasn't there because I liked the look of the curtains with the blinds, and I really liked those curtains with the bed. I always struggle with cluttering nightstands. I always feel like I either put too little or too much on them. I think I tried to keep these ones as minimal as possible. Maybe to add a picture frame or something of her and her child eventually. And I know I keep saying that this is like a single mom that lives here, but the single mom doesn't have to be a single mom, I guess. That's just the story that I came up with. And I did playtest this house a little bit, especially walking through the kitchen. I think that this house is functional for the most part. I think the only thing that you can't really get to are the decoration boxes, but you can just move those anywhere. I don't think you have to go into Build Buy to move them. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I hardly decorate the outside of my houses for holidays, but yeah, it is up on the gallery. It is ready for a download, and on that note, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my build.